I'm Allison.
I'm Jen.
And this is our podcast, Retirement Plan Secured.
Yeah.
This is our first episode. And we're really excited.
Well, let's talk about why we're doing this podcast.
Okay.
I think first, it's a way for us to stay connected. We don't live close to each other anymore. And we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And, we have some interesting life experiences that I think could help or benefit others if they hear about it or have an opportunity to share their own with us. So we came up with this idea primarily because we were looking for something else besides our 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And
we feel like there has to be a better way.
Which is interesting too, because I started reading about micro-retirement. Have you heard of that?
About what?
Micro-retirement.
No.
Yeah. So there are people who go from job to job and then they take some time off in between and they do traveling and they live their life because it's not worth working 30 years and then having whatever time you have left.
Right.
To jam pack all that traveling and life experience.
Well, at 40, I'm down to micro-retire.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So today, let's dive into a little bit about us. Who we are, what our goals and dreams are. We both have a lot to talk about. We love to yap. And we hope that everyone can enjoy and relate to us and just be like, I love them.
Or hate them. Who cares, right?
Yeah, no,
we
don't care.
That's part of it. Part of being in your early 40s is this movement where you just don't give an F anymore about anything, like what people think or, how am I coming across? None of that matters anymore. I think now is our time to share that wisdom, especially for younger women who I think it's not easy navigating life. Right. So to your point, let's start off. Why don't you introduce yourself? And then I'll go.
So I'm Allison. I am a mom to a teenage boy. I have a corporate 9 to 5 job in human resources. I recently turned 40. My entire TikTok and my Instagram is telling me that I'm in perimenopause. So I don't know if I am. I guess I am. I have these weird symptoms that they said that I'm supposed to have. Is cortisol face and body life. Did you hear about this 10 years ago? Because I didn't.
No.
But now all of a sudden I turned 40.
Which is a good thing that we're talking about this.
Yes. But I turned 40 and my Instagram's like, hi, good morning. You have cortisol face. You are in perimenopause. You need to drink apple cider vinegar. I don't know. I also have a fiance. 0 time to plan a wedding while trying to juggle life and work and cooking, which I love to do. And that is the most sarcastic love ever. Go to the gym and all this other stuff. And I'm also an underground non-licensed esthetician on the road. Every night I have to make sure that my face is glazed like a donut. I don't want any wrinkles. Honestly, I should have probably become an esthetician. I don't know why I didn't. It's not too late.
It's not.
Maybe one day. I love skincare. I love makeup. And I'm a complete product junkie. I have a ton of everything. I don't even use it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Maybe-ish. There's probably more to me.
Yeah, I don't think
we got this little bit of a nutshell.
Okay.
Let's hear about you, Jen.
Okay. Well, I'm Jen. Born and raised in New York. Have an almost 16-year-old daughter who I had when I was 25. and is the light of my life, has been my motivation for pretty much everything that I've accomplished. I am also in HR. I lead a team, I should start off by saying I led a team for a tech company in business partnership and also sort of talent acquisition. I've recently resigned from that role and starting a new role with a new company on Monday, well, technically Sunday, because I'll be flying out to Galway. Same role, lateral move, VP of HR. I look forward to the new opportunity, but HR is not everything for me. Right. I think I have been in survival mode for a really long time, raising my daughter as a single mom. And now there's an opportunity for her to kind of spread her wings. She's going to be thinking about college soon. And so I want to start thinking about what's next for me. I ended up graduating from college when I was 27, and she was there to watch me walk down the aisle. Aww. I think originally when I, got into college, it wasn't like a priority for me. I kind of wanted to hit the ground running when it came to the workforce, and climb the corporate ladder, which I was able to do. But work is not everything. That's not who we are. That doesn't define us. I'm a firm believer in that. I think for me personally, I am fun-loving, adventurous, outgoing, love to work out, love to just be outdoors. My dream is to eventually own property, be able to have animals and grow my own food and, just have a really peaceful, quiet life. Growing up in New York, I don't know if I'm actually going to acclimate to some kind of life like that. Who knows? But it's a goal. And I have an amazing partner. We've been together for 6.5 years. He is a wonderful support, helping me to raise my daughter. And they're very much alike in a lot of ways.
They are.
Very introverted, and I am the exact opposite of them in some ways. But it's always a fun time. And I look forward to having this podcast. I think it's a good way for us to stay connected. It's a good way for us to uncover some of the things that you're going through with perimenopause. I'm also experiencing that. I think I'm trying to deny it in some ways, but when you have hot flashes in the middle of the night after like 2 glasses of wine and decide, maybe drinking is not for me anymore, it's like, okay, what's happening? What's changing for us? Where are our priorities at this point? And, how are we navigating that? So I think that's it for now. I don't know what I'm missing.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot that we're both missing, but we're going to get there. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And all we're going to do is talk. Because at home, no teenager wants to listen to their mother talk.
Right. And in fact, like we are not.
And our men don't want to hear us talk about hot flashes.
Yeah.
But somebody is going to want to hear us talk about hot flashes.
Well, aside from the hot flashes, I also think like, there are some things that are coming up. Like the week before my period, I am a maniac. And I'm like, now realizing that, was I like that my entire life? Like potentially, or it's just getting worse.
Is it just coming out now?
Yeah. Am I self-aware?
Are we more in tune with it now?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. But that's also a really good topic to talk about.
Right.
Like younger women being able to understand their bodies and like hear, figure out what they need would be so beneficial. I wish I knew that when I was younger. I probably would have done a lot of different things.
Same.
Yeah. So hopefully we can reach that audience and, and share some wisdom there.
Yeah. I think that we want to reach all audiences of women, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe 50s. Yeah. We want to set up like a forum where people could reach out to us and like give us some topics, ideas, insights, confessions.
We'll have a segment on confessions where people can feel free to anonymously share some of their deepest secrets, and we'll
Or maybe they're best friend secrets that they never told anyone that they want to tell somebody.
Potentially.
I mean, your secret is safe with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So some of the topics that we'll cover, I'd say corporate, navigating that, working out, making sure that you're moving your body, nutrition, health. That's really important to me, and what's
Right.
really important to you. Like, you're the product junkie. You can teach me a couple of different things
yeah.
on that, and I will continue to tell you which supplements to take.
Yes. So you tell me what I need to take, and I'm going to tell you what you need to smear all over your skin.
And from there, we'll have this like wonderful anti-aging game plan.
While we're walking our 8,000 steps,
a day,
drinking our water.
Yeah, with minerals, sea salt.
Like a glazed donut, shimmering in the light.
Yeah. It's a scary world. And I think even just thinking about the United States and the chemicals that we have, not only in our food and in our soil, but also in our clothing, like, we're just so exposed. And whatever we can do to combat that, I think, is super important. And it's like such a priority for me. And whatever I learn and research, I'm happy to share.
Yeah, same. And then I also listen to a lot of podcasts on my commute to work, because I'm over listening to music. I feel like it's the same song every day.
Right.
So I kind of get like I listen to a lot of different things. I listen to like about life and marriage and future, and I listen to a whole bunch of different random things. It's like a playlist of stuff that you just don't know what's going to pop up next. So some days I'm like listening to people drop F-bombs the entire 1 hour episode, and then all of a sudden it's like love and light. And it just like sets the mood for my commute. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be some F-bombs with us at some points in time.
I
mean, I don't actually listen to podcasts. I'm winging this entire thing. I think, like, you brought this to my attention, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I am, sort of just taking it day by day. I do read a lot, and I think that's an interesting thing to explore as well, like how we retain information. I tend to like read a ton of things, articles and books and stuff, and you listen to the podcast. And when we come together, we have like all these things to talk about.
I try to read. I have 50,000 books.
Yeah.
I get through page 1. I get distracted.
I know.
And that's it. Every time I go on vacation, I bring a book. I say I'm going to read it.
So I have a hard time with books, but like the articles are so much better for me. Like, if I could read an article in 5 minutes, it's like this micro learning. I'm like, oh, got it. Retain it,
Yeah, so it's easier for me to read an article also than a 300-page book, because I wish I had time.
It's hard.
Or like I wish I had, maybe the motivation is better. That people like just snuggle up on the couch and read a book. Yeah. I want to snuggle up on the couch and watch like a serial killer documentary.
Yeah. So I never have time. My job has been so demanding, and I've been with a company that I just left for 10 years. So I'm moving on to a new company that likely will be very similar in terms of it being demanding. But I've never really had an opportunity to use my time to watch TV or to like do nothing. I'm like constantly doing something, and I don't know if it's like the ADHD situation, but I could never relax, and I would love to figure out a way to do that now that I'm a little bit older. But like, I can't really pay attention to movies, TV. Like, I think you recommend a show or a documentary all the time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch it, and I never sit down to do that.
Yeah, but that's like my wind down time. Like, I will do everything I have to do. I will come home from work, and I will cook dinner, and I will clean up, and I'll do laundry, and I'll clean and get everyone ready for the next day. And then I just want to watch something. I want to watch, whether it's, reality junk TV, which is literally my all-time favorite.
Yeah. I think I doom scroll lately.
I do doom scroll too.
And I'm like done with that. I don't want to do that anymore.
So I feel like I learn so much though sometimes from scrolling. I can't scroll on my commute.
Well, it depends on your algorithm. So like, I did set my algorithm up similar to you probably to like learn a bunch of things.
Right.
But it is like this toxic behavior.
Yes.
of just like reading quickly, going next, next, next. And I just want to throw my phone across the room and not look at it for 3 hours.
Sometimes I'm like totally over it. I just can't do it on my commute. It makes me nauseous to sit on the train and scroll.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
At work, I just don't have time when I'm in the office to scroll.
No, yeah. I think it's like morning when you're going to work, and then like at night after everything is done, it's like, what do you do? And I literally will scroll for like 10 minutes and then just immediately fall asleep.
Yes, it starts to make me doze off.
Yeah.
I do like that head nod.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's time for bed.
And then I
it's
catch myself.
And you look at the time, it's like 9:30, which is like prime time for me to go to bed. I love that time for bed.
By 9:30, I want to be showered, did the whole face routine, skincare routine, red light. I want to be wrapped in my blanket, in a hoodie and shorts.
Yeah.
On the couch.
Yeah.
Or in bed, either one.
Bed for me. I tend to like fall asleep on the couch for like an hour before actual bedtime, and it's the best sleep of my life.
Nope. I actually hate falling asleep.
It's not good. We shouldn't do that.
I think it's awful. I can do a quick 5-minute snooze, and then after that, I want to be put to bed.
Yeah.
If I'll tell Mike, I'm like, just give me 5 minutes. And if I wake up an hour later, I'm like, why didn't you wake me up? Like, now I go into bed and I can't fall asleep right away.
Yeah.
I have to like walk to bed with my eyes shut. Do you do that?
Yeah. Well, I make sure that before I get on the couch, like I brushed my teeth, I washed my teeth, I did my whole thing. So like if I fall asleep on the couch, it's like whatever. And then I just get up, and like my boyfriend Red is so sweet. He tucks me in every night because he stays up very late. We have like very different time.
He tucks you in?
He does. Yeah, he like tucks me in almost every night.
He's like, I'm going to tuck you.
I'm going to tuck you in. Like, okay. But like also, how lucky are they? Like we go to bed at 9:30. Like, you know, we have our priorities are pretty clear.
Yeah.
You know.
We know exactly what we're doing, when it's going to happen, how it's going to go, and what time we're going to be in bed.
Yeah, and that's it. So I do think that they like appreciate that. Oh, there's a helicopter.
Where do you see yourself, like your actual self, when you actually retire? Like, what are you going to do?
Well, let's talk about that. I think like topic is retirement, right? And how it's this like dream for everyone, but it's so far-fetched, and like the light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully for many, but like we are in a position, especially here, you know, across the world really, where nobody's like saving appropriately, or they can't, or like there's a lot of unemployment. For me, I want a simple life. I want to have set myself and my family up to have the means to live well, to be able to be well traveled, to just wake up every single day and be grateful for what we have. And I think most people want that. There's some people who are way more, you know, ambitious and want an extravagant lifestyle. I don't want that. Right. I don't need that. I do, you know, have a sense of like, you know, I have champagne taste in a lot of ways, but
we have bouginess.
Yeah. I think it's more, you know, I've experienced personally like the fast lifestyle, you know, like growing up in New York City, like we've done it all and we've had the best of New York, but and I've traveled a ton and I've seen the world, and I think those are all great and I want to continue to do that, but having a peaceful life and healthy life is most important to me for retirement, and retiring early if possible.
Yeah. I agree. A healthy life.
Yeah.
Is all I want, because it's actually pretty scary when you think about it. You don't know what's going on.
1 in 2 people
inside
have cancer.
Your body.
Yeah, it's so terrifying.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Yeah, it's like an uphill battle when it comes to all of the things that we're exposed to that can cause cancer, or you know, like now they're talking about like parasites.
Even just a regular infection.
Yeah.
Like that can just take over and
spirals.
Yeah. It's scary because you think that, okay, I have to get up, I have to drink my water, I have to work out, I have to get my steps in, I have to
Do you know stress that causes too? To like have that mental list of things that you want to get done. And then when you don't do it, you're kind of hard on yourself.
Like, oh my God, I didn't drink enough water today. I'm dehydrating. My skin is going to shrivel up.
A habit forms within 21 days. And so like you take it a day at a time. I've been pretty good. I think I carry this with me everywhere I go for years.
I'm really mad today this morning. I forgot my cup of water with lemon. I need to drink lemon water all day long.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was halfway here driving and I'm like, damn it. All night. Last night I went to bed and I'm like, okay, when I get up, I'm going to fill up my bottle, put my lemon in it. I know I'll make my coffee and that's out. That's it. I'm hitting the road.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway here and I'm like, I forgot my bottle of water.
That sucks.
I forgot my lemon. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'll just double up when I get home.
It's really good for your digestion in the
That's
morning.
all I drink is lemon water.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't survive with it. I became like this bougie lemon water person. So I've always been a bougie water person. Like I can't just have like any ordinary bottle of water. And I can't drink like sink water.
Oh no.
And like
definitely not.
Yeah, tap water is just out. I can't do it.
I mean, I have a cooler and I
right.
fill mine
I
up.
have
like
I have a water cooler. But like some water bottle, like if I'm out, I have to have like, it has to be like essential water.
Well, I mean,
if I go to a store, that's what I'm grabbing.
There's this brand, I have to look it up, and I feel like
and I can taste the difference.
Be careful with like, this is not an advertisement.
No, not at all. I can taste the difference of any bottled water.
Can I tell you? So Mountain Valley Spring is really good water to have, and it comes in glass bottles because plastic is like totally not good for you. Right. But I will say this: when I was in Italy 2 years ago, it was the best water of my life. Mm-hmm. Literally on the street, you fill up from the fountain your bottles.
Really?
Oh my God. There are so many minerals in that water.
I don't know if I could do it.
Like, I'm not a big drinker anymore. And even in Italy, I've had like, I think I had like a couple of glasses of wine here and there. So I couldn't tell you, but like, I've heard from so many people that like go to Europe and Italy and drink a ton of wine and then drink the water from the fountains. And they're like, I never get a hangover because the minerals like replenish. I'd be so scared. No way. The best water I've ever had in my life.
I'd have to be really close to a bathroom because I don't know if I could trust it.
No, it's so good. You would be like, and it tastes so good.
Is there lemon infused in it?
No. See, I drink warm lemon water when I wake up in the morning.
I do too.
And then not every day. Like it's just like a glass in the morning.
Yep.
And then
I was adding apple cider vinegar to it also. But good. Just like one little capful, but I can't like wash myself, it's just, I can't. It tastes so bad.
It smells pretty gross.
The smell is awful.
Yeah.
So I would kind of like chug it, burn my esophagus a little bit, but
you can dilute it.
I stopped. But I have to get back to it because I feel like I felt good when I did it.
It's good before you eat.
Right. It was the first thing that I was doing.
Yeah.
But the days I go into the office, I don't have time. I don't drink or eat anything before I leave my house. I don't take my first sip of coffee or water until I get to work.
Oh, wow. Well, it's important, especially at our age, that you try and eat something before you drink coffee.
Well, the problem is...
Even if it's a banana or a piece of fruit.
But I want to sleep as long as possible in the morning. So I don't like wake up and like sit around and have a cup of coffee and drink some... Like I get up and it's every minute to the minute.
That sucks. So like...
I want to sleep.
It's my favorite time in the morning to like get up, drink a cup of coffee with
I'm not there yet.
With my boyfriend, and like that is our time. We look out the window, we watch the birds.
No.
Like we just like talk. It's my favorite time.
No. Me and Mike are literally made for each other like this, except he is way more of a morning person. I am not a morning person. I don't want to talk. I just want to do what I have to do and get out the door. He wants to have a whole conversation.
No,
he wants to yap.
That. Yeah.
Wants to talk. He wants to tell me things. And I love him, but I just...
You're such a bitch, though. Let me tell you, in the morning, you are a bitch, even when we were young.
And I try so hard to be nice. And I'm like, oh, that's so great. Okay. And then I think, like, maybe if I just give minimal answers, like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll stop. He doesn't.
There are times where I don't wake up. Like, we're not on the same schedule. And, like... Mm-hmm. If I'm working from home and he has to head out. But the days that it lines up where we can have coffee together, and I just love it. And, you know, obviously I commute too. So those days, like you've got 3 people trying to get ready for work or school. And it's like, all right, we're not going to be able to have that moment. But when we do, I love it. It's my favorite time because I go to bed so early. I was a night owl my entire life. And, I think we can talk about this at some point, like, how our priorities when we were young in our early like 20s were going out, like staying out all night and, sleeping in. And, now that we're in our 40s, like I go to bed early and I love to wake up early.
So I like to get up early-ish, but not for like fun. Does that make sense? Like I'll get up early to go to the gym because I want to go to the gym and get it over with.
But that's fun.
But if I'm not going to the gym, like if it's like a work day or like a work from home day, I'm not getting up a minute earlier than I have to. Like I'm not going to the gym.
Yeah,
at
I will
5:30
not
in the
wake up
morning.
at 5 o'clock to work out before work.
No,
That's not happening.
that sounds
I like working out at night
awful.
anyway. But on a Saturday morning, a good time to me sounds like waking up at 7:30, getting my shit together, getting to the gym, and being done with food shopping by like 10:30, and home and like, what can I do today?
Yeah.
Like I love that.
So the gym by me, the classes that I do on Saturday, it's 7:30.
Okay.
So I get up at 7, out the door at 7:15, 7:20, and then I go straight there.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, the first class is 8:30. So I get to sleep a little bit on a Sunday morning. I wish it was actually reversed. I'd rather get up earlier on Sunday, maybe.
I do Sunday too. I wake up early.
I feel like Saturday I would just like to sleep a little bit more after having to get up Monday through Friday, but
yeah,
it's fine. I'd rather get the first class in because then I feel like I've accomplished something good in the morning and it just sets the tone for the day.
It's so cool that you do those classes. I mean, I go to the gym and I just do my own thing. I never take a class. But I should try it. The only thing that I do at home is the Pilates with Melissa Wood Health, and it is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, I like doing Pilates.
Yeah, I love it. I do it every day.
I mean, I love kickboxing is my thing.
Yeah.
I really got into spin recently. I didn't think I'd be a spin person, but I'm spinning. It's fun.
It is fun.
It's a fun class. It goes by really quickly.
Yeah.
And it's actually a good workout. Like I like a workout where I'm sweating. If I'm not sweating, I feel like I didn't do anything. Well, it's good cardio.
Like if you do 2 times a week cardio, like that's great.
Yeah.
Spin is good for that.
I was going during the week also, but now it's just gotten too much right now. But once the school year starts to slow down and I think I'll be able to get more. But now, my son plays baseball and baseball season's starting. So
yeah,
I'll just get my walking in at the track at the park that he plays baseball at.
It's my favorite too, like waking up on the days that I work from home and like going for a 30-minute walk outside in the sun. Just like the best thing ever to start the day.
So his games now are going to start at 8 p.m.
That's late.
So he'll have to be there at like 7:15. So at least it'll be like when the sun's going down.
Yeah.
Because there's like a nice big track. So the track is like on the outskirts of the baseball fields.
Okay.
So I could do a couple of laps, watch some of the game, and then
that's fun.
Head home.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You're a Long Island girl now.
I am. So peaceful. I didn't think I would like it.
Yeah.
But I like it. But I do miss Queens.
Yeah.
I miss pizzerias.
There's no good pizzas over there?
No.
Really?
I mean, there is, but it's not
the same.
It's not my OG.
Yeah.
It's not my pizza place of choice.
Roses.
The one and only
That'd
Roses.
Be hard to, yeah.
Anytime I come to Queens, like we'll go to Roses to get lunch. Or like I'll bring it home.
Yeah. Long Island is nice. I don't think I could live there.
Why not?
I don't know. I just love the fact that where I live now, 15 minutes from everything. 15 minutes from Manhattan, 15 minutes from Williamsburg, 15 minutes like towards...
Well, I will say yesterday I had a work party yesterday, and driving home from the city at 8 o'clock at night, I was like, oh. I passed the exit that like I would have got off at if I lived in Queens, and I'm like, we would have been home in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's gotta be
and
tough.
Mike's like, oh, you were so close, and I'm like, yeah. And the GPS now still says 52 minutes. There was so much traffic at 8 o'clock at night. I couldn't believe it. Where are all these people going?
I don't know, but that happens. I think there's a lot of road work too. Like, did you take the LA?
There was no road work at all.
Weird.
We were just sitting in like pools. It was like a pool of red lights.
Were you on 495?
Yeah.
You shouldn't take that.
Why?
Because I avoid it all the time, especially if I'm going to your house. I never take
I think
the
it's the
495.
better one.
Yeah, it's better. It's safer, I think. But like, it's always has traffic.
All right, so this was just like a little bit about us and a little bit of yapping. And we hope that you come back and listen again. And our next episode will be more eventful. So if you're a single girl, single mom, a fiance, basically just trying to find time in life, just find time with us.
Find time with us.
Yeah.
So let's talk about
You could like habit stack with us. Like throw your AirPods in, listen to us yap and cackle.
And what the goals are in life. Retirement.
And you can fold laundry or do the dishes. Or do the skincare.
By the way, I never do laundry. It's like the one thing I'll never do. I'll never fold my clothes and I'll never do laundry. I will literally drop that off. And that will always be the case. So I don't know what's going to happen if I move up or somewhere.
You're going to be using a washboard in the backyard.
Yeah, okay.
Like the 1900s.
Drying my clothes on a line, not doing it.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I don't think
Your
I can
underoos are going to be flapping in the winds. But it's going to be fine because nobody's going to see you.
I guess.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing it. I'm going to have to open up a laundromat wherever I move.
The simple laundromat. Okay, so follow us, like us, maybe leave some feedback. You can find us on Instagram at Retirement Plan Secured Pod or on TikTok, Retirement Plan Secured Pod. And yeah, give us a good rating. Tell us what you think.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.